Discovered your passion for acting after finishing school. What was that transition like going from engineering into the arts? And what was that about that first acting class that really resonated with you?
Uh, it was a bit crazy. I would I would have never imagined like me like being an actor. But I think that for the very first years of school of acting school, it was like a smooth transition because I was doing the both things. I was working as an engineer and going after the office to my acting classes to the it was I mean like regular full formation, but it was like this late night shift. And so yeah, that way my parents weren't that suspicious about it. Like, okay, as long as he's still working, everything's fine. And so yeah, but then I had to quit my job and I got like really serious into the acting environment, and I said to myself, okay, this is what you want. You finally discover your passion, and so I'm gonna try make a living of it. At the same time, I was still becoming an actor at this school, so I remember as the best years of my life for sure.
So when you look at your career as a whole, who or what has had the biggest influence, either personally or professionally?
Ooh, biggest influence. I don't know. Maybe like when I got I would say the school, because in the school I had like this the other students that they were like I discovered through true passion in that class because people really wanted to be there. That was people from between 18 and 35 years old at my class. So and they all like really wanted to be there, and they were from everywhere in Spain. They were struggling. Some of them they couldn't like even tell their parents that they were studying. So I have like these immediate references, and at the same time like in my school, I mean my master is the same master slash coach of Javier Bardem, so of course that's a huge reference for me. And then at the same time, like for example, Elite, it was kind of a reference because when it aired, I was at school and I saw this
Mm.
huge talented cast at this prime time, and then they were suddenly all over the world, and that was kind of a reference, yeah, that there were many options, many references.
Yeah.
There's some of them.
Yeah, perfect segue to this next question. But you were actually a fan of this series before you joined the cast. What was it like getting that call that you landed the role?
I was already a fan. I've watched them watched every season, and I wanted to be in that show like for many years, and I wasn't able to get the audition for one reason or the other. And like I tried for third and fourth season for sure, and then when they cast for the fifth, I was already working in another Netflix show.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they handed me the audition for Elite Six, I was very excited about it. Like I tried to nail every audition, like both self tapes and then like the the presential audition. And God, I mean that call, it was such a milestone because that was kind of a I was really willing to be part of the series somehow. So I was super happy. It was my mom who had told first because I was next to her when I got the call. It was super good moment.
Your character is the villain in the series, and he does a lot of
It is. It
unthinkable
is.
acts. As the actor responsible for bringing him to life, how do you prepare to play a character who's so different from you and has so many intense storylines?
Yeah, actually, I didn't mention, but when I got the call, because I did the audition for two of the main characters, and the other one was not the villain. It was quite the opposite, like the nice
Hmm.
guy, whatever. So when I got the call, it was like mixed feelings, like, "Hey, Alex, you're in," and I say, "Yeah, for which one?" And they said Raul, and I was like, "Yeah." So I was still very happy, but at the same time, I was like a bit scared because, as you
Yeah.
said, it's a villain, and it's like villain with no like without a good side, and that's something
Yeah.
I like because I want to show this kind of abusive, toxic relationship among teenagers without romanticizing. That's something I wouldn't like
Mm,
at all. So how do I prepare? Well, actually, even during the audition process, I got to talk to many of my female friends, and some of them I knew already. Like they had this kind of sadly these toxic stories with boyfriends and stuff. And some of them I knew already, but I wanted like to revisit, and they were so. I mean, these actress friends of mine that they were like willing to help, especially one of them, which is the one I prefer many auditions with, and yeah, they told me the stories. Also, I worked with my acting coach, and yeah, it was certainly a process. Also, we get enough time for rehearsing during
yeah.
the show. That's something I like about Elite that they try to find this time.
So much trust that you need when you're playing a character like this. How did you build that with your fellow actors on the set? And how do you create this space for yourself to dive into those intense moments?
Yeah, it's a very delicate matter, and we talk a lot, like before and during. Like, I mean, Carmen, my co-star, she's an amazing and talented actress, and like it was always super easy to work with her, even because I met her at the audition, and like we even without talking, like we were like setting
Mm,
our language, our code. Like it was very like it was easy, like because we went like very profound even in the audition, very like tough and tough scene. But yeah, we were like settling these kind of boundaries within the very moment, and then when we got the part, we talked about it like yeah, during rehearsals, having coffees together, hanging with each other, and talk, and yeah, that's the only way I think like to be very communicative with your partner.
yeah, and it allows you to deliver performances like you're doing on the show. One of the benefits of television as a medium is the opportunity to explore a character over extended period of time. Has anything surprised you about Raul's journey in this series or the filming experience itself?
I mean, as you said, I like to have like to be excited coming back for another season and like to be able to explore deeper into this twisted universe of my character and other characters. That's something I love about TV. And what else? Yeah, like you spend so much time with the same crew, with the same character, and when it's not the best character, that sometimes is like a kind of a turn off, like to be okay, like to get inside this like twisted character. But I love acting, so I could be doing this forever. And I mean, as difficult the character is, I'm more invested. So it's the kind of challenge I like. So yeah,
Yeah. Elite has such a massive fan base, and your
it
character
is.
is
Yeah.
so hated among the fans in the best way possible. What is it like getting to see their response on social media and know that your performance is evoking this type of reaction?
Well, it's been great, to be honest. Because first of all, I was so happy with the actual like script and themes that they were touching on season 6. I think it took like a very profound turn, and I mean, it was for me, it was a very good season. And then like because when you're filming, you like you wanted to show this to the world and see the actual response, and I was scared. I have to be honest, I was scared because that people were going to know me because of this mean character. But the fans, they've been incredible because they only hate the character, and
Yeah.
that's a good job to hate the character, but they were always so charming with me. So they were super able to differentiate like between Alex and Raul, the actor and the characters. So I only on my socials and the streets, I only got a lot of love, and that's
Yeah.
something I am very grateful for the elite fandom.
And
Mm.
season 7 is quickly approaching. Is there anything that you can tease about what's ahead for your character?
I cannot tease much, but we're gonna see like even darker Raul. So yes, it's been another challenge. About the whole season, I mean, the new characters are fire. I mean, we have like Anita on the show, and it was
Hmm.
such a nice surprise to have her on board. Also, I got to act with one of my like references as we were talking at the beginning, like Maribel Verdun, which is this amazing, super talented with the longest career in Spain. And so being able to act with her and discovering her as a person, and I was so happy, so happy, so happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Great.
it's gonna be like I'm very excited with this season. I think it's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Great teaser. I got one final question for you. This is such an exciting time in your career. As you look ahead, is there a dream role that you would love to bring to life on the screen?
That hasn't already been made because
Either
I
or.
mean because I mean I'm very one of my favorite actors. I would say this Miles Teller because
Mm,
I love what he does, and these kind of movies like Whiplash or Black Swan is for me they have everything because they have the character driven story, but like everything's working towards the same like it's just like so I don't know something like that like something related with a not biopic but like with something challenging that the character has to endure during the movie.
mm,
That's my favorite movies for me, so I would love to do something like this. Whiplash is a perfect example because he's one of my favorite actors, also favorite directors, so wouldn't that be nice to be in something
yeah.
like this? But yeah, I mean, many things. Also, I was hearing this podcast with today this morning because I walk a lot recently, and I was always listening to these podcasts from acting that has inspired me. And I was hearing to Jake Gyllenhaal and all his
Mm.
process for Southpaw, and yeah, that's another dream for me. Like doing something like sport related movie, that would be amazing.